Thanks again for tuning in to Bud's Hot Sports Takes with me, Bud. I just want to thank you again for tuning in. If you're returning, you know the drill. We're going to be going over the league leaders, then go over who you should pick for Sunday's games. Passing. Matthew Stafford is the league leader in passing yards with 1,684. He didn't move the needle too much, but not surprising when, his lead receiver, Puka Nacua, went out early. He ended up having a rough go at it last Sunday. After that, it happens. But he has 12 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He's been sacked 11 times and has 15 carries for -3 rushing yards. Dak Prescott, he's second in the league in passing yards with 1,617. He has 13 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, been sacked 7 times, 14 carries for 49 rushing yards, and 1 rushing touchdown. Sam Darnold, he's third in the league in passing yards with 1,541. He has 11 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, been sacked 7 times, and has 7 carries for 40 rushing yards. Baker Mayfield is fourth in the league in passing yards with 1,539. He has 12 touchdowns, 1 interception, been sacked 10 times, and has 22 carries for 158 rushing yards. Drake May is fifth in the league in passing yards with 1,522. He has 10 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, been sacked 18 times, and has 36 carries for 138 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. Rushing, Jonathan Taylor is leading the league in rushing yards with 603. He has 115 carries, 7 touchdowns, 20 receptions for 147 receiving yards, and 1 receiving touchdown. James Cook III is second in the league with 537. He has 107 carries, 5 touchdowns, 12 receptions for 89 receiving yards, and 1 fumble. But John Robinson is third in the league with 484. He has 83 carries for 2 touchdowns, 24 receptions for 338 receiving yards, 1 receiving touchdown, and 1 fumble. Javonte Williams is fourth in the league with 476. He has 92 carries, 5 touchdowns, 22 receptions for 83 receiving yards, 1 receiving touchdown, and 1 fumble. Rico Dowdle is fifth in the league with 472. He has 81 carries, 2 touchdowns, 12 receptions for 104 receiving yards, 1 receiving touchdown, and 1 fumble. Also, almost all of his stats have come in the last 2 games, as the first 4 weeks of the season, he was sparsely used. Receiving, Jackson Smith-Njigba is leading the league with 696. Not surprising to see him take first when he's been in the top 5 all season long so far, and Puka Nacua going down early in the game. He has 42 receptions, 3 touchdowns, 3 carries, 11 rushing yards, and 2 fumbles. Puka Nacua is second in the league with 616. He has 54 receptions, 2 touchdowns, 3 carries for 52 rushing yards, and 1 rushing touchdown. George Pickens is third in the league with 525. He has 32 receptions and 6 touchdowns, with at least 1 every week the last 5 weeks in a row. Emeka Egbuka, he's fourth in the league with 469. He has 27 receptions, 5 touchdowns, 2 carries for 9 rushing yards. Jamar Chase is fifth in the league with 468. He has 42 receptions, 4 touchdowns, 2 carries for 6 rushing yards, and 1 fumble. Now the moment you've all been waiting for, Sunday. Well, let's get this underway. Quarterback, suggestion 1, Dak Prescott. Not only is he second in the league, but aside from his poor week 1 showing, he's been a scoring machine and getting his fantasy owners a good amount of points each week. He is facing a weak secondary this week. He's going for 6,500 in DraftKings and 8,300 in FanDuel. Suggestion 2, Jayden Daniels. That's right, going across the aisle to the other team. Now, the only reason I'm not making Daniels my suggestion 1 pick is his rate, as he is second most expensive quarterback in DraftKings at 6,900 and the most expensive in FanDuel with 8,700. The Cowboys have been one of the weakest defenses this year, definitely relying on the heavy scoring ability of Dak. But fantasy owners, I'm sure, are glad Daniels is back to get those dual threat points he provides. Running back, Suggestion 1, Rico Dowdle. He's 5th in the league in rushing, and like I said, almost all of his production has come in the last 2 weeks. While the Jets have a decent secondary, they are the 23rd most rushing defense, or 23rd worst rushing defense. Given his current high carry usage and yardage production, he can certainly have a big week. He's going for 6,800 in DraftKings and 7,800 in FanDuel. Suggestion 2, Quinshon Judkins. Yes, he had quite the setback in a weak showing last week, but he's been steady all year long and is facing a weak rushing defense this week. He's going for 6,000 DraftKings and 7,400 FanDuel. Wide receiver suggestion 1, Quentin Johnston. Keep an eye on the injury status, though. He has lit it up so far this year before the injury for Herbert. He's facing a weak secondary. He is going to score good points this week if he plays. If he doesn't, then sub him for Ladd McConkey. Going for almost the same amount, but doesn't have the big play potential that Johnston has. But if he is out, he's going to see the ball a lot more. Johnston's going for 5,900 DraftKings and 7,200 FanDuel. Suggestion 2, Rashee Rice and DraftKings. I suggest him in both, but FanDuel currently doesn't have him on the roster yet. Just DraftKings, as he has just been reinstated from his suspension. He is fast and has good hands. He's facing a weak secondary, and while Mahomes hasn't really looked that great this year all year long, over the last 3 weeks they have decided to just have him throw his arm off and throw in numbers. With Rashee Rice returning, given his speed and hands, with the volume going to be there, pick him up this week while the price is low. He's going for 5,600 in DraftKings. Addison. He is facing a middle-of-the-road secondary and is one of the top weapons for the Vikings. Especially with all the attention that Justin Jefferson gets from defenses. He's going for 6,100 in FanDuel. Suggestion 3, Rome Odunze. Over in DraftKings. Before the bye week, while he wasn't a big target guy, he was a scoring machine, quite literally, scoring in every game. Since the bye, he had an off game. The upside is huge here. He's going for 6,600 in DraftKings. Jerry Jeudy, over in FanDuel. With Dylan Gabriel at the helm, Jeudy is seeing a ton of targets go his way. He hasn't caught many of them, but being showed he certainly has his quarterback's eye. Jeudy was a stud for quite a few years in Denver. Given his newly seen volume, look for his hands to come to life. He is going for 5,700 in FanDuel. Tight end, Harold Fannin Jr. He's going against a weak secondary in the Dolphins. Since Dylan Gabriel has been at the helm, he has scored his first career touchdown, and followed it up with a 7-reception, 10-target game that netted decent yardage and points. He has the potential here for a big day, boosting every column, his touchdown, reception, and receiving yard totals. He's going for 3,900 in DraftKings and 5,500 in FanDuel. Flex, Dallas Goedert. He's going against a weak secondary this week, and while the Eagles haven't been airing it out this season, he does have touchdowns in the last 4 games. He's going for 4,500 in DraftKings and 5,900 in FanDuel. Defense, the Patriots. They haven't been a very consistent defense, but they are facing the worst offense in the league this week, playing the Titans. That alone is enough for me to pick them. They are going for 3,400 DraftKings and 5,000 FanDuel. Thanks again for tuning in with me, Bud, of Bud's Hot Sports Takes. Feel free to like, dislike, comment, and or hit the subscribe button. You can do all that below, and I'll see you next week.